Good day, this is JNN Weekday News. I'm Lefine Wigan. We start our newscast with a breaking news. Reports have emerged that a 7-seater plane has crashed in Jamaican waters off the coast of Portland minutes ago. Reports are that the plane, which took off from the USA, did not respond to calls, and the pilot was later seen slumped over the controls. We'll have more reports in subsequent newscasts. As of midnight tonight, there will be a charge to use the Linstead to Moneague leg of Highway 2000. But one group, the All-Island Truckers Association, is making a last-minute plea for a reduction of the $1,000 toll for Class 3 vehicles. The association wants the rate to be cut by 25%. Association President Leonard Green believes there are other ways the toll structure can be tweaked. He says some members of the Truckers Association may decide not to use the highway because of the toll rate. The Jamaica North-South Highway Company says tolls will be collected at the Mount Russell Toll Plaza in Treadways, St. Catherine. Drivers of Class 1 vehicles will pay $200 and Class 2 vehicles $420. Operators of 2- and 3-wheeled vehicles will pay $160. Meanwhile, since last Thursday, 18 persons have been killed on the island's roads, bringing the total so far this year to 220, an 8% increase over last year's tally at this time. Director of the Road Safety Unit in the Ministry of Transport Works and Housing, Ken Utier, say the current trend is worrying. On Wednesday, 32-year-old Carrie Durand and her 5-year-old daughter Jasmine Haynes of Hellshire Heights in St. Catherine were killed after a taxi they were traveling in ran into a light pole. Prior to that, 3 persons, including a 1-year-old, were killed in a 2-vehicle collision in St. Anne, which also injured 9 other persons. 2 people, a taxi driver and a passenger, died in Holland Bamboo. A pedestrian died as a result of injuries suffered when hit by a motor vehicle on the Spanish Town bypass in St. Catherine. The Jamaica Teachers Association, JTA, is recommending that the Education Ministry re-examine its approach towards teachers who gained their degrees at institutions before they became accredited. The issue has again been raised due to challenges being experienced by graduates of institutions whose programs were not yet accredited by the University Council of Jamaica, UCJ. JTA President Duran Dixon states that the government is changing how it deals with those programs that are awaiting accreditation. It does not pay graduates of those institutions at the same level as those who attended institutions with accredited programs. Meanwhile, Vice Chancellor of the UWI, Professor E. Nigel Harris, has sought to quell speculation about the reasons behind the withdrawal of U.S. funding for the Caribbean HIV and AIDS Regional Training Program, CHART. Reports emerged on Wednesday that due to a global policy shift, CHART and other funded health training partnerships have been discontinued effective September 1. The question have been raised in some quarters whether the decision was related to the controversy surrounding the dismissal of CHART's director, Professor Brendan Bain. Professor Harris has dispelled the notion. He says funding patterns for HIV and AIDS programs across the world have shifted recently, and the move is consistent with this trend. CHART was at the center of controversy earlier this year when the dismissal of Professor Bain triggered wide-scale controversy. News now in sports, arising out of concerns expressed by the clubs in the upcoming Red Stripe Premier League competition, the Jamaica Football Federation called an emergency meeting of the Professional Football Association of Jamaica and the Premier League Clubs Association and all participating clubs. The Red Stripe Premier League was launched on Wednesday night with several new features, including 2 doubleheaders on a monthly basis at the National Stadium. However, there is great concern as up to 5 clubs are not satisfied and could skip this weekend's opening fixture. The meeting was held at 2 p.m. today at the JFF offices. And those were the headlines for this hour. You can watch or live stream at JamaicaNewsNetwork.com. I'm Lefine Wigan, and this is JNN News Worth Watching.